All right. Here we are. You ready? We have a guest today.
Our Friday's Friends Day.
Our Friday.
Hello, how are you?
Friends of Woods Report.
The Woods Report.
Now,
And the friend that we have today-
they're not telling you the truth. I'm their sister.
That's right. That's
No.
right. Yeah. So what we're doing today, y'all, this is the first time that we're doing this. And we invited one more other person, Emerald. Hopefully she'll jump in.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what we're gonna do, y'all, going forward. If we like it, we'll do this going forward.
We'll keep it moving on Friday.
When people like Wendy and the other ones, they just be typing. When we are doing our show, and it's such a lag, so that it's like
later, and then we even moved on to another topic.
Yeah. It's terrible. It's terrible because you type it and then we say, let's see what Wendy said. I'm like, okay, they're going to talk about it, and you don't even say it. And I say,
right.
They don't see
at
it.
that moment, and then we'll move on to a new topic, and then we'll see your comment and others' comments, and we'll go, oh yeah, we did say that about a minute ago. That so and so. So
so we are. This is something we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Email us if this is we don't let everybody in. So just
right.
But email us if you somebody that's always been commenting and we already kind of know who you are. Then we'll send you the link, and then that way you can come in too.
Yeah, because we know
Do you read the comments when we leave?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, at least you see it then. You see it eventually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me turn you up.
So today, Lenora wanted to talk about. She put it on there. You wanted to talk about this using lyrics. Now we've been hearing a lot about them using lyrics to when people are going on trial.
Mm-hmm.
It's only for rap people. It's only you don't hear about rock and roll or nobody else.
One genre of music. Well, you know what? Y'all keep talking.
Yeah, Emerald's here. Hey, Emerald.
Hey, Emerald.
Let us know if you can sign in to the link.
If you notice that I sent you a video, I don't know if you got a chance to see it earlier in this week about how rap changed the 60s.
Yes.
And it was quite interesting because it affected politics. It affected people's ability to make a lot of money. It was everything. And so rap is a powerful thing. But it can go either way. I mean, depending on what you say, you have to monitor your words and be responsible for what you say, because it could cause a problem somewhere when you don't even know the person or what's going on. And you cause a problem in a house that you don't even know the people that live there.
Right,
so I say the court should use it, because if it was my relative or friend, and they did some of the things they sang about, I would be extremely upset.
But that's why I wanted you. Wendy, did you get a chance to see the Hulu special? No?
Tell us about it.
The one I'm talking about or the one you're talking about?
Well, there's probably a lot of information out there on this because it's becoming such a big thing now. And then Hulu even is streaming that show that's coming on about rap trap, hip hop on trial. And I wanted everybody to look at, when they get a chance, this particular rapper called Little Mac.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that, but I don't know all the details.
And what happened was, because that's why I kind of go both ways with it, Wendy. I'm not cut and dry with how they're doing this. I do get it. You can say things and things can be recorded, things that you have put out there that prosecutors are trying their best to prosecute you. They trying to get you, to show that you are this person that may have offended or violated that person. So with Little Mac, he was at a gathering and he had his gun with him, and a shooting went on. Someone was murdered, and they grabbed him, and he was like, I didn't, my gun wasn't even used, but he was a part of that group.
Right.
So they grabbed him, and they was pretty much saying, you a rap artist, you got some lyrics that we feel is a little risque that fits this whole scenario.
You said they mixed two songs together.
They took two of his songs, Wendy. First of all, he didn't do it. and he had to spend time in prison, unfortunately.
Oh, that's deceptive if they mix them together.
Well, that's what we're saying. If they're doing this, that's what I'm saying. I do get it.
Oh,
If
no,
there are
no, that's
rappers
not
that
right.
are put into writing their lifestyle and things they may have done. But what happened was they took 2 of his songs and they took one lyric, a sentence of lyrics, and they took another one and they blended it. And it made a story as well as kill, whatever. And they were in the courts going, he said, I didn't write that. He said, when I wrote it, I wasn't saying me, I was saying somebody else could do whatever. And they just took his words out of, context and used that against him in the court. So he spent, unfortunately, 2 decades in prison until the governor got him out, pardoned him. But
yeah, well, that's a dangerous line to cross because first of all, they distorted it. That's number one. Number two,
Right.
when you hear a love song, it did not blow your mind. Now that means one thing to me. I don't know what it means to you. I don't know what that means to you. I know what it means to me. Right. So yeah, that's a very shaky line to go down. And if they change the lyrics, Lenore, they distorted. That's not the truth.
To try to bring a suit against him, and I think
I think it's a little racism in there too.
Always. That's what I said. You don't hear it about no other music genre but rap.
Who is Will.I.am?
Yeah.
Will.I.am is
Black Eyed Peas.
When you look at that series on Hulu, it opens up with Will.I.am. He was singing words to the Rhapsody. What's the group? Queen. Yeah, and it was talking about taking someone's life.
Right.
He said, "What? Pray tell," and these my own words. Why they didn't use the words from this song? It wasn't about murdering someone.
But here's the thing. This is the part that catches people off guard, though. If you're this is the part that when rappers get stupid.
Okay.
Don't rap about something and you actually doing.
Yeah.
Because it's like Eminem, for instance.
Okay.
Eminem kept rapping about killing his mother and putting her in the trunk of the car.
Yeah, I remember
that. If his mother actually showed up dead in the trunk of a car,
that would be used against
I'm going to use those lyrics against you.
Yeah. Of course.
So to me, I feel like any lyric, it should be part of the investigation, not the only evidence you have, but part of the evidence that you have.
But since you know the world we live in, even though they changed the guy's song and put everything together and it's totally different, you live in that world, you live in that world. So it's best you just don't say it. Because you already know you're Black. It's going to be used against you. Be careful, be wise. You have to be wise about what you do. Is it right? No, it's not right. But you know what kind of world you live in. So you have to protect yourself.
Park says they want street cred. M. Perk said on YouTube they want street cred. That's exactly right. I am still looking at the comments on YouTube, you guys.
Okay.
That's what they want. They want street cred. They want to commit the crimes and then they want to put it in their song.
But as long as they don't do what they did to Little Mac, because they was talking to his parents and his mom said, he's not like that. And of course you can find it on what your kids is involved with. But the family was saying, that's not like him. It's almost like he was singing about a lifestyle he was trying to be, or pretending to be, or he was around it, even though he wasn't a part of it.
Yeah.
And now those words was used against him because he put that in his rap song.
So the latest thing that everybody's talking about is YSL. And I know you guys know we talked about that. Emerald says these rappers are way too worried about street cred. They throw common sense out the window. Exactly. That, which is exactly YSL.
Right.
So Young Thug, who I had told you guys about before, that don't follow rap.
Yeah.
He's the latest rapper that's out right now that they are using his lyrics against him. The problem that he has is that a lot of stuff that they rapped about, they actually was doing.
Oh, see.
So when you talk about driving down the street and firing on this car and killing somebody or whatever, and you actually drove down the street and you
doing the things you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're going to use those lyrics against you.
Wow.
So in this trailer for this show that you talking about that's on Hulu, they start off talking about the Young Thug. Now we think this is how many parts?
Because they're talking about Young Thug and Gunna.
Okay, so let's look at this trailer and then let's talk about it.
Has my face disappeared? Can you still hear me?
We can still
We can
see
still
you.
see you.
Has my face disappeared?
No, we
Nope.
can see your face talking.
It disappeared from me. But one thing
Okay.
before you go to that, you
Uh-huh.
already know that a lot of the hard thug rappers get pissed off because they say most of these guys sing about things they never even did.
Exactly. They try to be hard criminals and they not even doing this stuff. But the
Right.
problem is that was back in the day though. Remember
Yeah.
when NWA and all of them, they would sing about what was going on around
In their
them,
community,
in the
yeah.
community. These guys are actually doing the stuff they singing about.
And that's kind of sad because they're going to it's unfortunate that they're targeting this type of music because
Mhm.
other music artists could be doing crazy stuff too
Right.
and kind of listing it in their lyrics, but for some reason they're coming at hip hop.
Emerald says she see you, Wendy.
I can't see myself there. I don't know what happened
That's
to me.
weird.
Wow.
But as long
No,
as you
I'm
know, we
There's
can
nothing
see
there
you.
but a black. There's nothing
No.
there but a black square, and that's it.
But we see you, so don't dig in your nose or nothing.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Know that we see you, even though you don't see you.
God. I don't know what you're seeing right now.
We see you.
We see you sitting in front
Yeah.
of the camera. Now we see a W.
Oh
So
God!
it is something. We see
Yeah.
a W.
So just make sure, don't stand up with your underwear on or nothing. We see
As
you.
long as we can hear you for sure, and while you fixing it. Okay.
All right, we get ready to play
We'll
this
play this
trailer.
while you try to fix it.
Young Thug and Gunna.
Charged in a sweeping 56-count indictment.
Authorities say they believe the two are associated with the Atlanta-based YSL gang.
Prosecutors are using rap music lyrics to build their cases against hip hop artists. That was gasoline on a small fire and turning it into something major. Their music is being used against them.
I just kind of was like, what?
These guys are superstars.
Number one album, first week we got it. And then I realized rap is back on trial.
What is happening?
There's lots of us locked up in prison.
No one should have their artistic expressions come back to haunt them at a trial in a criminal case.
Hip hop is judged unlike any other genre, like black people are judged unlike any other people.
You decide to admit your crimes over a beat, I'm gonna use it.
This treads a line of free speech.
It was shocking. Nobody's art should be censored.
Music is entertainment.
They
I won't
blocking
water
it.
down my
They
music
blocking
for
it.
nothing.
You can't see it. Cut it on.
We're not gonna let that happen on our watch. Not with hip hop music, using our lyrics. We're gonna.
Okay. We want to make sure. I don't think that you guys saw that. Did you guys see that, Emerald?
Did you see
In
any
part?
any video footage?
I don't think they
Because they
showed
may
it.
be blocking it.
That's true. Or is it lagging this much?
But we don't even see Wendy's window.
All right, let's see. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Doggone you, Zoom. But anyway, it showed the trailer of the Young Thug and Gunna, because that's the latest thing that's going on right now that everybody's talking about, because that's something that's current that the Georgia state
District attorney. Her name is Fanny. What's her last?
Oh,
name?
Emerald said you could hear it. You couldn't see it.
Oh, okay.
You could hear what they were saying.
Her name is what's her name? Oh, Fanny Willis.
Okay.
And Wendy's coming back on. I think she got kicked off.
Yeah.
But her name is Fanny Willis, and she said, I apologize for the free. She understands the freedom of speech and all of that amendment. But she says, if we have that opportunity to go after these people, and what they've done, or what we're assuming they have done, and it's in their lyrics, like you said, Kim.
That's what they want. They want Young Thug. They don't. Everybody else they letting go. They want him. They want the ringleader.
Oh wow! Or unless they can be pulling him in, thinking he'll get everybody else though. He may not be the ringleader, but
no, he's the ringleader.
He won't be a snitch.
No, Young Thug is the ringleader.
He is?
Yeah, he's the main guy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, you muted yourself, Wendy.
Unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Can you see how you turn your microphone on?
Yeah.
Am I back now?
Now you
we
back.
can hear you.
Now we can hear you.
It's going to take some getting used to, but this is nice.
Yeah, you just got to get used to it.
Okay.
And Emerald, I don't even know where Emerald is. Emerald, you got sent the link.
I don't see her.
You don't
I
Oh,
see
she
it?
at work.
Are
Right.
you at work?
Emerald at work. I forget.
Okay.
She at-
Yeah, I just see you and Lenore. I don't see anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a gentleman that they call in.
Uh-huh.
What's his name? Gosh.
What about him?
Let me get his name because I want to talk about him. He wrote a book. He's a co-author of a book. While I look it up, he's a co-author of a book. I'll get his name later. They always call him in as an expert witness. He's written a book that talks about the whole game and the rap thing and all of that and their words and stuff. And he's even surprised. He said this is the only genre of music that they come after. Prosecutors, politicians, they don't go after no other music. And
no, they don't. They only go after rap.
Right. And he was saying that it's unfortunate that like the Little Mac incident, if they're going to do it, they have to be careful. Like we were saying, Wendy, if they're not pulling if they can use it, but be careful how they're using it and not take words from one song to another one and make their own messaging, make their own story. Because the rappers would go, when I wrote that, it was about my Uncle Bob,
right,
my uncle, my cousin Judy.
So we'll say,
anything you got to be careful. All of us have to be careful. What you send in an email or text is a legal document because the time can't be changed. So you must be very careful. If you get mad at your sister or something, say, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna shoot you. And then 5 years later, somebody heard it, God forbid. And they look back and see your text. Everybody has to be careful. We're in a different time now.
Yeah. So what do you think overall? We'll ask even people out in the audience. What do you think overall about them using the lyrics for you on your trial? Do you agree with it? You think it's art?
No, I don't agree with it if they change it.
Okay.
But the artist has to take some responsibility. It's like being Black. You know they're after you, so why are you going to set yourself up?
Right.
You always have to be careful when you're Black. That's a fact. Right. So even though it's wrong for them to twist and distort their words, still at the same time, you have to be responsible for what you say out of your mouth. The Bible says the power of life and death is in the tongue. Period.
That's right.
It's not right what they did, but that's how they do. We know that.
I was saying that I was saying something similar to what you were saying, Wendy, this morning with my sister. I was saying it's something how they're using a rapper's words and his lyrics to make it, to show his character, right, and how he probably is in real life, how he could have done the crime. And I was saying, if you think about it on the flip side, Christian music, if you think God is looking at the heart of the Christian artist, are you living those words that you speak? Are you living the true gospel that you bring into music? And a lot of gospel artists is like a gray area. So I'm thinking, like you said, there's power and life and death is in the words and what we speak. Absolutely. And if we're putting words to music, even with the Bible, we gotta live that. And it's so funny that the whole opposite side is these rappers are living their words they're putting in the lyrics, and it's coming against them.
When you listen to Jesus Walks, or even R. Kelly's He Touched Me, God, I don't listen to any R. Kelly, we won't even go there.
Oh, you mean?
But I'm opposite. I feel the opposite
about Kanye.
And Kanye, but the Bible says a gift comes without repentance. So if you listen to his song, Jesus Walks, that's a powerful song.
Right.
And he probably actually really did go through that.
Yeah,
that's
you know
true.
what I mean? That's then when R. Kelly, oh God, forgive me for even saying his name, but when he wrote "He Saved Me," that probably really happened to him, and you can still be blessed by it because a gift comes without repentance. So just because the person is messed up, they don't lose their gift.
Yeah,
it's still valuable.
That gift is there regardless of how they are. That gift is in them. So you would hope that they would use it for good. in the direction of God, where they're imparting into people and speaking life into people's dark areas of their life. If they messy, unfortunately, God will use a rock. He used a donkey in the Bible. I got to get my word out there. I got to make sure people are fresh and clean.
I remember when I was in I would remember when I played in this play, and you heard of Raisin in the Sun, and I played Beneatha, and I struggled with that. Because if you remember, she tells her mother, there is no God.
Oh, yeah.
And I struggle with that. And what justified it, I said, nope, you know why? Because what did her mother do after that?
Yeah.
She slapped the bejesus out of her. The end justifies the means, you know what I mean? But
would you play a character that's an atheist or someone who doesn't believe?
Would you play that character?
If the end justified the means, if it was a prostitute, she got saved, or she got her kids back. You know, people say, would you be nude? I say, well, if I was breastfeeding,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It depends on where it's going.
Right.
It depends on where it's going for me. Now I remember when Halle Berry won that award. A lot of people were pissed off, salty, mad. I didn't see it that way because she's such a great actress.
You came from an artist point
of that character.
Yeah, you came from
an artist. In pain. She was in pain. Remember, she had the big fat son, and they teased her son, and blah blah blah. So when she had that intercourse, I knew she was at her rock end. She didn't know what else to do. She was hopeless.
Help me!
That's what I saw. Everybody sees something. We can all look at the same thing and see something totally different.
That's true.
But I saw her pain. So as an actress, that justified it for me. But that's just my opinion.
Emerald said, I'm kind of on the fence about it because if it's a crime against me and mine, I want you to pay. If you foolish enough to tell it. And then she says, I would love for Kanye to get back to that kind of music again.
Yeah.
Well, he was until he went off on the whole Jews are the devil.
I don't even know where that came from. Yeah. Like, did he take a wrong medicine pill or something? Because he totally went off on that one. Even as a Christian.
But you know what? You know, you said the other day, on one of the shows, you said, Kanye just disappeared. And that stuck with me because I said, you know what? I think that whole thing was a setup because they do things to distract us from something else that's going on.
I always say that.
Because he was out there every single day for about 3 months.
Yeah.
And then he just, boom, disappeared. And not only that, if you all visit my page, I did a whole thing on stars and how much money they make. Kanye already made his money back.
From what he lost.
Yep. They said Jay-Z was the highest paid rapper, and then at the bottom was a little thing that said, since we printed this, Kanye has preceded him. That quick.
He went back,
So I don't know. You just can't trust. You got to be skeptical about everything. It's a shame. But
that's true. And I'm hoping that he is doing the break, that he's getting help and healed and set free or whatever's going on, that is for the good.
Yeah.
He's sitting out being quiet.
Yeah. So I think we all kind of see the same way. Like none of us are like against them using the lyrics.
Yeah.
But it's how they use the lyrics.
Like with Little Mac's case, don't do that.
Don't take one song and blend it with another song.
Try to mess his character up. They said that was really the goal. They wanted to tarnish his character to make him out to be that person that would have done them, because I think it was manslaughter. So it was
kind of what Wendy's saying is understand that because they are going to be looking at you a lot closer because you Black. You can't get away with what the rock stars get away with.
Exactly. I mean, they had rock stars that ate the head of bats and crap, and it was okay, you know.
He still looked like he drugged up.
Yeah, no.
A reality show they had.
I agree. All right.
So here's the guy I'm saying. Eric Nielsen is his name. He's a co-author of the
book. I'm going to read a little more about that.
Race, Lyrics, and the Guilt in America. Rap on Trial. Is that
you all want us to watch the Hulu? You ought to at least try to watch that video I sent you. It's a 4-parter, so I didn't send you all 4 parts. But if you want all 4 parts, they're on YouTube. But it's very, very. It triggered me. The
About
60s,
the hits about rap.
when they went, remember that girl, it's about how rap affected the world. Remember that girl that went to that Chinese store, a black girl, about 14, I forget her name.
Oh yeah, she's
and they killed her.
Yeah.
She's in there too. So what they tried to do, they tried to show what the energy of rap did to the world and how it changed it. Now if it was on PBS and it was a 4-parter, it had to be deep. It was deep.
But
Okay.
you know what? Back in the day, we old schoolers. Back in the day, the rap was like bubble gum, hippity hoppity, to the hip, to the hippity hoppity, hippity. It was for fun, and even taking words and rhyming.
Then
gangster rap came in, which made it more scary. It's like,
that was Ice-T. But the real, to me, as far as people, which I call historical rap, when Public Enemy came in. Forget about it. Nobody will ever forget. I don't care what color you are. When them guys started marching and turning, doing all that stuff, and Spike Lee had all those signs, and it was in a public part, a very public part of New York. Yeah. Man, I will never forget that. I can look at that today, and I'm so disappointed with everything that's going on with Tyree Nichols and God, the list is too long. George Floyd, all of that. Where are you? Nobody's talking about that. They're not saying nothing. Yeah. It's disgusting. You said about Kamala yesterday. You said about Kamala yesterday. Yeah. People are doing what they have the power to do. Yeah. Kamala knows that police force inside out. These rappers have the gift to put their words in place and change things. It's so powerful. And they're not doing it. With all this is going, with everything that's going on, I mean, really? Yeah. Crushing George Floyd's head for 9 minutes and Shanquell, what's going on? Nobody's talking.
Yeah, I know. It's been quiet. It's been on the call. We've been thinking about it. Wait a minute. Did the needle move at all? Yeah.
I know.
Laws to be in place. And if it has, they need to tell us so we can know.
It literally makes me cry. Yeah. I am so mad at myself. I have 2 things of Emmett Till, 2 movies. One was called A Woman's Movement and the other one was Whoopi. I'm trying to get my heart up. I'm so mad. I don't want to watch it because I know it's going to piss me off, but I want to see it. I must see it. I have to see it because Whoopi said his mother fought so hard and that was her only disappointment. They couldn't get it out before she died. I have to see it, but the level of pain and anger is so deep.
It comes back to that. I think too, Wendy, some people what'd you say Emerald said before I say it?
Emerald says, y'all know rap has always been on trial. And our generation, they said it wasn't real music. And Jay Boogie says, I agree.
Yeah, I do too.
Real music? Yeah, not showing like realness and stuff.
I agree too. I agree too.
That's all back in the hip and hop days with the Fat Boys and stuff.
I try to tell people, because some people think, oh God, black, when he's so black, everything's black. I said, you got to understand something. When I was a child, Martin Luther King and Malcolm were still alive. Matter of fact, Ben Crump, I don't know if you knew about it. Those guys that went to jail got paid money because they didn't do it. Right, so just like Ben Crump said that Tyree Nichols was the blueprint for the next case to go faster. Right. Now they say, oh, well, you paid these guys off. You're admitting wrong. I'm coming to get you. Right. Malcolm X and Ben Crump, Malcolm X's daughter and Ben Crump are suing the government, 3 people, the FBI and somebody else. Wow. But they're not. Ben Crump, and I think Ben Crump took some speech classes because when he first started, he was tongue-tied. He couldn't talk. No, seriously, he couldn't. Now he can speak.
Like Walker.
He's got his own school. He just opened his own school. Ben Crump ain't no joke. He's the closest we have to a leader right now.
It's funny because he's the modern day Johnny Cochran. Remember Johnny Cochran came out?
Girl, I never thought about that. You're right.
Johnny Cochran. All right.
You're right. Yeah, because he had respect and people feared him. He was extremely intelligent.
He was a good lawyer.
And Ben Crump is grounded. He's got the same wife, black wife. He got a child. He's a
Okay.
Q. He's a Q. And
Well, he's a
and
Q.
so he's a Q, and so is D.L. Hughley.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are you Greek, Wendy?
Say what?
Are you a sorority?
I was a lady, what they call a lady of the Q's court on Lampado Court. But
okay.
yeah, they were like big deal at the school I went to, Beta Gamma chapter.
Okay,
but
hold on, y'all.
We had the pledge and everything. But
can you hear me?
Huh?
Hold on, Wendy. She gonna read somebody's comment.
Park says new genres are never appreciated in the beginning. And Emerald said Wendy's so passionate. See, y'all get to hear now. Y'all get to hear each other because y'all type with each other in the chat.
Wow.
And now you get to hear the person.
Yeah, it's definitely nice.
Cochran do civil rights cases.
I'm not saying civil rights cases like Ben Crump. I'm saying good lawyers, like Black lawyer. That's really, you know.
But Johnny Cochran did a lot of civil rights cases.
Did he?
Had a passion.
Okay, you tell it, Wendy, because I don't really know his
Look it up when you get off the thing. He had a passion. I'm trying to remember the big famous case. I can't remember now. But yeah, he was fighting it for years and years. I often think he got brain cancer because he thought so much.
Yeah.
He
passed away, that was
man, that it was a shock. And you know who used to work for him? Nancy Grace.
Oh, really?
I didn't know.
She was. I hate to use the word flunky. Is not the right word. She was his right hand girl. I forget. I don't want to say flunky, but she was his right hand girl. She did everything with him. Yeah, so she learned from the best.
Cochran was known for his skill in courtroom and early advocate for victims of police brutality.
See? So we learned a little bit about him. We just can't assume the O.J. Simpson trial is all he did.
Yeah, that.
No. He also had a large firm. He had a large firm too.
Okay.
But we're in a place. Would you all go on Nancy Grace's Twitter page and say something about Shanquella? She posted it for me. Yeah, she posted what I said. She posted what I said about that. And so I'm trying to get people to go on there. But, you know, I remember when King died, I was young. But as a young girl, I said to myself, I was done. I was so done. And I understood everything. And I said, I promise you, Dr. King, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to help you. I was not kidding. And every time I send an email or a post, listen, y'all don't know what I do during the day. I email Mexico, the FBI. I make phone calls. I call. I don't be playing about Shanquella. That stuff eats me up. So, you know, you have to take the power you have, just like you all are doing right now. What you're doing right now, you're powerful because it's going all over the world.
Because it shouldn't take that long for a lot of these cases to be resolved. And I mean, it's almost like we can be the court of law and go, you know what, just show a film of her doing it and then be done with it. How many years you gonna give her? You know, because you're wasting tax people's money too. But Mexico, I don't know, being another country.
Right.
Well, I don't understand the logic behind Shanquella because it's caught on tape. If the media has seen these people in the store, I don't think the FBI is not that stupid.
Well, that's what I keep asking.
Is it much more complicated than we know, and they're on top of it, or they just don't give it? You know what?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. What else do they need?
And is it the other thing about being a Black woman again?
Black women are the lowest treated, period.
They don't care.
I just said that. I said that even with this basketball player bringing the gun to the other one.
Yes.
No one's talking about the fact that a Black woman's life was taken. Everybody's concerned about the basketball player.
America doesn't take in the fact that some things are freaking obvious.
Yeah.
You look at the slave patrol. That's where they started the police. Hello. It was the slave patrol. They had to catch slaves. That's how the police department started.
Yeah, people don't know.
What you think the problem is?
That's where the police started from. The foundation of a police.
That's the foundation.
Slave patrol. Look it up.
And they're still carrying that same spirit.
So
Some
that's now you
Some
being
of them, I don't talk
spiritual,
about all.
Lenore. You being spiritual, Lenore. You know the root of a thing is extremely important.
That's why I'm so happy when I do meet police officers. We do know some that breaks that cycle.
that stereotype.
And they really are serving the public. They're supposed to serve us, and they act like that. So I'm grateful when I do meet one or meet some. It's like a blessing. Like, oh, thank you. There are good cops.
Right.
There are good police officers, but I do understand with the foundation of how it all came about.
Yeah, from slaves.
Still
So
carrying
to
that
me, they
same-
don't need to take their money. They need to move it around and redesign it.
Yeah.
Because you even when
read
you
some of
meet a
these
nice
comments.
cop, even a nice cop, they have it's an intimidation there that they were taught
Yeah,
to
they can't say
intimidate people. Now they might do it nicer and politer, but they're taught to intimidate.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. My son, neither one of my sons, thank God, have ever been in prison. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. But my son got picked up one night for, they thought he was somebody else. And he went in there and they punched him and they beat him up and they hurt him. And you know how he got out? The way he got out is one of the cops passed by and they said,
we found him.
wait a minute, what are you doing? That's Tommy. He said, what are you talking about? I said, he's a comedian. I go see him all the time. That's Tommy Turner. That's his stage name. That's Tommy Turner. His real name is Colleen. They said, let him out of there. So because this cop had seen him do comedy at the Laugh House in Philly, he saved him. They was whooping his ass. And he's a thin guy. He's tall and thin. And so I say, wow, this is insane. And I talk to other teenagers and they tell me that, that happened to me, that happened to me, that happened to me.
It happens to a lot of black men.
It does.
Good kids. Not no
What's the saying now?
It's frightening.
Yeah.
We are, Ma. Hold on, Wendy.
We are, Ma. Are you the third host?
What's the matter?
My mother acting like she the third host.
Am I talking too much?
So Kiki says, sorry, ladies, I was late today. Very informative. Emerald says it's always a lot of red tape involved. Yes. And M. Perk says, I heard from one influencer is that Mexico does not care because how we treat migrants, separating families. So, and then Emerald says, amen. So going back to Shaquilla thing, maybe it's all against America. Because of what we're doing, they like, we're not gonna bend over backwards to help solve this case for y'all.
To do it. We taking our time.
So that's a good point.
When I think of her dad, man, I could just cry. I don't know if you saw him when he was on TMZ. I don't know if you saw that or not, but he said, my God, he said, nobody would help her and she was naked. And then he said, she was the only child I had. He said, I'll never walk her down the aisle. I'll never be a grandfather. And he's a big, thick guy. He just cried like a baby. That broke my heart.
Well, we have to keep up with that case. You said make a thing on Nancy Grace.
Dig up information.
On Nancy Grace?
If Nancy Grace also continues to push too, I think we've kind of, the light is kind of being covered.
Please go to her page.
But we need to put it back out there.
Yeah. Because it's been about 3 months now.
Because you said the media blew the social media blew up.
She died on October 29th. She was murdered on October 29th.
Of last year. Okay.
Yeah.
And we can't let it go by without anything happening.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, because like you said, it's black women. Come on, nobody cares about us.
No, we're the bottom of the pole.
Bottom of the barrel.
Like we were saying, as far as the lyrics, I think we all agree with that. Now,
we all agree with that district attorney.
Yeah,
what's her name? Fanny.
Yeah.
Well, she pretty much. They've been doing this early in they said they've been doing this. That man said that wrote the book since the early 2000 whatever.
They've been locking brothers up for this
with their lyrics. So this is nothing new.
Right.
Yeah, and I was surprised at that.
Now share your screen again.
1990s, he said.
Share your screen again, Lenore.
What I'm gonna share?
The other story that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
You know what else I emailed Biden about the other day?
We're gonna fight back.
When are you going to give Harriet Tubman the $20 bill?
Hold on, we gotta cut this thing off. It's playing.
Okay.
I'm trying to stop it from the Norwals.
Okay. Our video is not in here though.
Yes, it is.
No, it
Oh,
wasn't.
okay.
Yeah.
The hip hop industry was kind of blowing up at that time. We weren't sure if he would be on that level, but
Okay, that was your Hulu thing playing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the donkey of the day is woman accused of driving her SUV into Georgia Popeyes over missing biscuits.
When you say drive into, she went into the building.
A woman drove her SUV into a Georgia Popeyes building after the manager said she became angry over a missing order biscuits Saturday, according to an incident report filed by the Richmond County Sheriff's Department. So Charlemagne gave this the donkey of the day on the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
The manager said that prior to the crash, the restaurant staff gave 50-year-old, and she's 50. Now she's too old for this. A 50-year-old Belinda Miller biscuits to rectify the error, but she still was not happy and would drive her vehicle into the building.
See, I'm thinking when people are doing these kind of things and we're talking about it, even the donkeys of the day, has this person always been like this?
Well, this lady says, according to the incident report, a witness who allegedly waited in line with Miller told them to hurry and get the order because she was coming back. Miller did return, according to the incident report, and allegedly drove her SUV into the chicken restaurant, narrowly missing an 18-year-old employee.
Oh,
the vehicle pushed through part of the wall along with the doors of the building. Miller then continued to force her vehicle another 4 feet inside the building until debris made it impossible to go further, according to the warrant. Okay, you can go back.
I was just gonna do this.
Emerald said, laugh out loud. She was black, wasn't she?
Oh no.
She was. You can go back to the room. Stop sharing.
Stop sharing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said she was black. Now that's on the Breakfast Club. They say, guess what race she is.
Oh,
so Emerald already did. She already did.
Oh, black woman with
First of all, it's Popeyes. And then
mad about her food.
Mad about her chicken. And then take her car. Now you was talking about we was talking about earlier, about how it seemed like after COVID, everybody's crazy.
No, it's like a virus of craziness is out there. Because people, I think social media is helping us see it, but it's almost like people are kind of like, if you feel like you in those movies where people like go crazy and do stuff.
Now, do you want to tell what you did the other day?
Yeah, it wasn't Christian like.
Go ahead.
To my Woods report.
And I wasn't happy, but go ahead.
God, what did you do, Lenore? What did you do?
Don't judge me. Don't judge me, y'all. I already prayed to God.
What you do?
Forgiving me. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord, for forgiveness. Go ahead. Glory to your name.
Tell them what you
did. I'm a pet peeve. I'm a road rage person. And I got to be careful because God has been telling me, if you don't be careful, your life is going to be taken. So please stop the road rage.
So what happened?
I don't like when people blow at me.
Okay.
Drive on me, move around me. And because I'll be the one that just stop my car. And then they have to go like, beep, beep,
right. Move. But we was at the light and this person that was 2 cars ahead of us did, you know how the light turned green and somebody doing something. So the lady behind us was blowing her horn, not at us, but at the person
like,
that's ahead.
Whoever's up there.
So as soon as that person was like, okay, they kept going. And then the person went, Lenore was getting ready to make a turn.
When you make a turn in a 2-lane, you usually turn into the lane that's closest to you. Right. And I was turning left. So I needed to get over right away. But this person was turning right by me, with me, double laning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
So right there, she was already rolling us off the road.
Like my car was doing this.
Then when we stopped, She went around. She was trying to come back or something.
She's in a hurry.
And she was blowing again.
Because I went through the parking lot till I needed to drop my sister off. We were doing our door dashing.
Now, the part I don't like what Lenora did, Lenora got out of the car and was walking over to the lady saying, what's the problem? You was like, then what's the problem?
No, I said,
no, you're going to get shot.
What's the problem? I told her. You in a hurry? I'm looking at my clock. You in a hurry? What's your problem?
Now this was,
I knew it was a lady.
This was
a Karen in my, and I figured she ain't gonna hurt me, but I didn't think about it that Karen could be crazy.
This was a lady of the lighter persuasion,
Karen.
So you got this big black woman getting out of her car. I said she could have shot you.
Yeah, she could, or ran me over because she pulled up beside of me and was sitting there. And I was like paying her no mind. But I already said what I had to say.
So I told Lenora, you can't get out of the car. You don't do that no more. Just you can say what's the problem. Just stay in your car.
I can't even say that. My friend, my co-worker over 25 years, little Asian girl, don't hurt a fly. She said she went to blow her horn and the man, he held a bat up. She thought it was a gun and first she got scared. He held a bat up and was doing this like he was going to go at her.
No.
And we both decided we need to stop doing the road rage thing and she said, I'm even scared to blow at people.
See,
I blew at somebody. And when I was in the Chicago area, I saw them and they was two cars talking. And sometimes you like,
why y'all blocking the street?
I can't go around y'all. I got to blow for you to move. And I blew my horn like little tit, not a mean blow, like, right. And one dude got out. And he got back in his car. He said, okay, I'll move. Like that. I'm thinking, they could have done something to me, getting irritated because I blew at him. So
Scooby-Doo says, hello, everyone. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sick in bed. Hey, Scooby.
How come I can't see anybody?
You know what? YouTube.
I can only see you or I can't see anybody else.
No,
she missed that.
Yeah,
you missed talking to the people. Don't you miss it, Wendy?
Well, we sent y'all. Yeah, we sent y'all the link. Oh, you know what? I have to send other people the link too, so y'all can come in too. The normal regular people.
So there's nobody else in here you can see?
No, you're the only one that's in Zoom. But hold on. We have over 40,000 subscribers. I'm not sending 40,000 people links to this room. Only the people who've been on here and who talk to us. That's it.
Now, if she's at her house,
okay.
Is there a way like she do what you do?
She can look at YouTube on her phone or something.
You can look at another screen or your phone, Wendy,
and go to YouTube
and you can do your comments there.
And they'll see.
You want to?
You'll see what they say.
But they listen to what you're saying, so you can't just say it. But you can see what they're saying.
I have to get used to it. It took me forever to get in here, so I'll get it together though.
Well, this will be a Friday segment that we'll do going forward, and like I said, I think once everybody gets used to it. Then we'll be, good. Mama trying to be another co-host, but this is the first day that we're doing it. So everybody
give Mom her own minute.
I know.
Mom, when you said you should have your own minute.
Just start preaching and singing.
It's called Mom's Minute, and she can't go over a minute. It's called Mom's Minute, and she can say.
We would always say.
She can share wisdom with us. She's smarter than we are.
She said, give you a mom's minute, Mom.
My mom would start singing, I tell you, God is getting his children together. Every dwell. He's reaching out.
All right.
You got to love one another.
All right, okay.
That's my mom.
Kiki says, I hate that people have so much to say, but once the funeral is over, there's complete silence. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
But I just saying people are crazy today. So don't have the road rage. This lady in the donkey of the day literally,
oh my goodness,
got in her car and drove through the restaurant because she didn't like the fact that her order was wrong and they gave her some free biscuits to justify it. So the lady was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
And what do you think when you drive through the building? Nobody's gonna do nothing. Now you're there. Now what? You're in the building.
People have been on edge, in my opinion. This all started with Donald Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
He let
serious. He has given people such pressure and such an attitude. They either love him, they're stressed out from him, or on either side, they don't give a what because he's taken all kinds of. He's taken away our ability to be empathetic, to be compassionate, to have patience. Started there. Then we got attacked by COVID. And we watched the people die and have to quit our jobs and leave our everything. And then we saw the insurrection. Then we saw them kill the guy that ran down the road. The white guys killed him in George Floyd. We've been stressed out for a long freaking time.
The
That stuff
insurrection.
affects you after a while, deep down inside, and you don't give a rip some days because you're so stressed out.
The insurrection you mentioned is a big example of like this lady driving into Popeyes. People was like, "Ugh, you take our freedom. Beat her up. Beat her up."
Things that don't make sense. It doesn't make sense that somebody to cause an insurrection and wants to grab women by the you know what. It doesn't make sense that he can run for president. All this stuff is happening. It doesn't make any doggone sense.
Yeah, he made it comfortable for people to lash out. And throw shade.
Five black cops killing a black man. What's going on?
Yeah, as I said, the world is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. Giving examples of probably why too. Other than what's going on spiritually, we know the things that's happening in our physical world is not making it easy. It's making it easier, I should say, for spiritual things to take effect. Because when you're dealing with depression, people have died in your family from COVID. People are dying and they're being evil and throwing shade. That makes you change and open up to, I feel the same way. And the demonic forces are like, yeah, don't you feel that too?
Right.
Go hurt her.
Yeah.
Don't you feel good now?
Right. So how you felt when you jumped out that car and was asking that lady?
At the moment,
Don't do that anymore. I remember when I was about 18 years old, I got mad, jumped out my car. I cussed this white guy out in every single language. And this African guy jumped out of his car and said, "That's right, baby, cuss his you know what out." So they were all crazy.
Oh, right.
But as I've gotten older, because I'm very opinionated, as I've gotten older, I've learned not to do that because you don't know who's going to shoot you.
Yeah,
you can't do it. I saw a young fella the other day. He had his pants all down and the crackers behind. I said, "Bro, you know your pants are hanging down. Let me tell you something." When he turned around, you ever see The Exorcist? When he turned around, I said, "Oh God, he's not somebody you need to question. He'll kill you." I said, he could have been I just got out of jail or something, because in jail, that means I'm available. There was such an evil demon on that guy. When he turned around to see who said that to him, I said, I will never do that again. People are evil. They're crazy. They don't give it. They're on edge. They will hurt you.
Emerald said that this is the problem. People are spiritually poor.
To talk to them, they're going to hurt you.
Emerald had a good point. Say it again.
And you're old. And you old. They can't hurt you. Knock you down and break your hip.
Hold on, Wendy. Listen to what
you break your hip, and now you're going to die, because most people break their hip and don't survive.
Oh, is it?
You got to be careful.
Okay, hold on.
Emerald says that this is the problem. People are spiritually poor. And Scooby says, I agree.
Yeah, and they're empty.
Yep,
they're empty. They're in a dark place. And I was reading today from my Bible, one of my Bible study things about us being the salt of the earth and not in the light, and not hiding the light under a bushel. And a tear came to my eye, because I'm saying, God, what's going on with your body, the church, the people of God? Back in the day before the whole COVID thing, churches was on fire. People was on fire. They did late night prayer, 24-hour prayers. We was on the wall. Hey, get the enemy. Devil, you a liar. You're not taking our city. Oh, we got the road. Now it's like everybody since COVID has just died down and don't care no more, not praying. And you see all this happening around in our cities and our country. God, where are the prayer warriors? Where's the people that's fervently praying, stand on the wall, are calling out things and stuff? It's like we just kind of laying doormat, waiting.
I think people tired. COVID took a lot out of everybody.
It did. A lot of our friends and family.
I watched, when I first started watching your show, I watched when Lenore got COVID. And when you came to that door and you started crying, you said, "Oh my God, it's my family." I was just weeping. And then she was in the ambulance. You kept saying, "Pray, Lenore. pray, pray. That was crazy. It was so scary. It was like a monster was outside. And oh man, I cried. It was so scary back then. And so,
Yeah.
Lenore, you can't be cussing people out because the Lord delivered you from that. I never in my life heard of anybody recover from stage 4 cancer. You're special to God. So you have to carry yourself accordingly, and you're under special attack. My one minister told me, he said, if you're not going through nothing, you ain't doing nothing.
Thank you.
Because the
You're
devil
not a
don't
threat.
chase people he already has.
You're not a threat to the enemy. He like, she ain't there. I ain't gonna bother her.
You gotta get a hold of you gotta get a hold of yourself. And you're too old. And I don't mean that in the sense of decrepit. I mean that in the sense you have to calm yourself down to live longer.
Thank you. And then stressing myself, having a heart attack, getting mad.
If I see something on TV, it stresses me out, I'll turn it off. If I hear somebody talking on it's a guy on the internet, Ring old TV. When he does positive stuff, I can listen to him for hours. But when he gets mean, I can't even hear him for a second. I turn him right off.
So he has another side.
Kind of stuff come in your spirit where you're so set up that anything can make you snap. You can't do it. You're too brilliant for that.
We need to feed our spirit with positive energy, positive words, and so forth.
And wisdom.
Kim got some more reading. Let's see who else.
Okay, Emerald says we had a coach here who lost his job for praying with his team. And Scooby-Doo says some people act like prayer is evil.
Remember they all prayed when what's the football player that passed out and died in the field?
Well, he had his heart. Yeah.
Whatever happened to him health-wise. When I saw them huddle up, even the people who don't even believe in prayer, they moved that moment.
Yep.
The 9/11 situation.
Yeah.
People who didn't even believe in God was praying, okay, Lord, no more buildings fall down.
Right.
Who is this God? I'll pray to whoever I can. Come on.
Okay, so wrapping this up, because we want to do an hour. We got like 2 or 3 minutes left. What do you think about this, Wendy, on Fridays?
Oh, it's fun for me because you all could never hear what I was hearing me, and I was sick of that typing, and then I have to type it over and type it over. And then you say, okay, let's see what Wendy says. And one of two things will happen. Either Lenore would start talking, and I'll be like, oh boy, let me wait a minute.
Get my point out.
It's irrelevant. It's not that what she's saying not relevant. It's just I've been waiting so long. So she'll finally finish talking, and then you don't even say it. I'm like, oh my God.
We moved on to another.
I'll try to type it. I'll try to type it again, and you won't see it again. I might do it 3 times, then I give up.
Right.
So it's bad for me because Friday. I can't stand all that delay stuff.
Yeah, and this is a little delay too. This Zoom is a little delay too.
But just so you know,
so going forward, we'll do this on Friday. Some of y'all, I told y'all, email us in the chat room if you want us to send you the link so that you can
join the discussion.
And what we'll do is, because it'll be right now, it's kind of okay because it's just windy. But like you said, when it's like 4 or 5, what we'll do is we'll talk. And then we'll probably mute people. And then when somebody make a comment or something, they'll comment. Then we'll mute everybody and then somebody else will talk. Whatever.
It's almost like a hands-on
What do you mean when you say I'm delayed? I don't understand.
Like when you, like right now, you'll probably notice after it goes off, we'll say something, but you'll hear it. Zoom delays a little bit. Like if a person says something, sometimes you'll hear it like a few seconds later.
Like within the setting, Wendy, we're current.
Yeah,
in this setting, but the people outside listening to us, it's a delay.
Yeah.
Oh,
you said that happened to me the other day, Wendy, and M. Perk said this is a good format. So you like it, M. I sent you the link too. So for next week,
we just have to flow it.
Changing the link next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different link each week because of security purposes. But
so I won't be able to use Zoom next week.
It's Fridays. Fridays is our you're gonna get a link.
Will I still be able to use Zoom, or do I have to do something else?
No, it'll be Zoom.
It'll be Zoom like now, Wendy. Hopefully you'll come on.
I don't want to go nowhere. I'm comfortable with it.
Okay.
But understand, it's just the 3 of us now. So if two more people come on, we gotta make sure that all of y'all have time to
Yeah, we
give
gotta
your
figure it out.
comments. Yeah.
No, but I think we can do that by muting. That's easy.
I don't want to mute her while she's talking.
Yeah, you can mute me while I'm talking.
Well, she gonna mute you while you're talking, Wendy.
I'm gonna mute.
Let her warn. You gotta warn me.
Yeah, I'm warning you. I warn you. I put my hand up.
Yeah.
And now
If you don't warn me, that's just plain rude. You know what I'm saying? We'll just say we're gonna let somebody else talk for a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
Yeah,
like what's your take on it, so and so?
Right. You won't be in the middle of telling the story.
You can ask questions. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Oh, that's a good one. That's true.
That'll help the format. You're right. Like, what's your take on it, Wendy? What's your take on it? You know, whoever else is in
then nobody's really left out at that point.
There you go.
Jay Bookie says, thanks for the email. I got the address wrong. So you'll know next time, Jay, to send us your email. Jay, Scooby-Doo, Kiki,
there's some new names on here.
Emerald, no, these are all the regular people.
Are?
Yeah,
okay.
These are regular people. Perk, all of y'all, send me y'all emails so we can send y'all the link.
How many do you want on there?
Well, I'll figure it. We'll figure it out.
We don't want like 20 people.
Right. But they still need to send me
never heard.
But I still need their emails.
Okay,
so I know
the emails. You're right. You'll get the invitation for that Friday show.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So that's it. Y'all know I wind down after an hour.
All right.
And that was good, Wendy. It was good seeing you.
Nice talk. It was nice letting y'all hear my voice and know what I sound like.
Voice. And hearing your,
because we would see the photos of you when you would send it in your emails and stuff, like even the stuff that you've done artist wise.
Oh, right.
But actually live.
Oh, hold on. So Scooby says, no, look, that means I would have to comb my hair. No, you don't. You can put a picture.
I tell you what, Lenore, I know I don't look as good as in those pictures.
No, you look good. You look good. My mother said you're a pretty woman.
I'm an old woman now, honey.
Still doing your thing, right?
You know what they say, black don't crack.
Black don't crack. That's right.
Yeah, but I love you guys. I don't remember how I came across you, but I'm glad I did.
Oh, thank you.
And I got a mom.
Yes. That didn't see the other co-host.
That old. I was.
But Scooby,
it was nice to see you, Mom. Don't let them gals drive you crazy. You know they starstruck. They think they celebrities.
Oh, yeah, right.
I know. She thinks she won. But Scooby or anybody else that's coming on, you don't have to turn your camera on.
You can show a photo of yourself. Yeah. You can show
your name or your photo.
Idea. Some people do feel funny about the way they look. I mean, I did not come on here without putting on a little bit of makeup.
Right.
You could have showed that image of the W, Wendy, and still talk to us.
Yeah, that'll still show too. All right, y'all. So that was it.
Have a nice weekend.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always believe.
You didn't tell us why we should say that. You didn't tell us why we should say that.
What did we say at the end?
You said you should always believe, but you didn't say why.
Oh, well, on another video.
We said it in another video. We gave the whole background.
We'll say it again. Yeah. But what's my last line? What's the last line, Wendy? That was
always believe.
And what's the final saying? That was
another Woods report.
See y'all later.
See you guys later. Yeah.